boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm the Angel PT, and for today what I do have in here is a very quick video about Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. So this game it is developed by Double Damage Games, and they are using their in-house engine. So this is the first time that I trying Rebel Galaxy. I'm pretty sure this is not the first game they developed, and well, it is running pretty fine. So I'm testing the game with my laptop with a GT 740M, which is equivalent to a GT 920M, and despite I'm running with the absolutely minimum settings with 720p, the frame rate it is actually pretty good. But first let's take a look on the requirements, shall we? So first of all, this game only requires a Core 2202.4 and 2 gigs of RAM and a graphic card with 1 GB with shader model 4.0. So they don't really specify, what shader model you should use, or I mean what graphic card it is equivalent to what they refer the shader model 4.0. But none of the rest, this is the settings that I have decided to go with. 720p, absolutely minimum settings, and let's go. So with these settings I got an average of 56 frames per second and a 1% low of 38, while with the low settings with native resolution I was able to scratch some average of 35 frames per second, but unfortunately it did drop from those 30s, and in my opinion I think you should really go with 720p minimum settings because it works really well. So let's just jump to another thing very quickly. On the lower corner you can see a gameplay of F.E.A.R. This is a playthrough that I decided to make on my secondary channel, so if you are interested, this is an awesome game, or a game. Old one, very old, but special one. If you don't know it, just go to the link on the description of the video and watch it in a bit. But let's get back to what it really matters, Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. So this is not really my cup of tea. This type of games, it is not really my cup of tea, but I know that many PC gamers do enjoy a lot of space sims and stuff like this, and you can actually see that in the sales of No Man's Sky and other games like Star Citizen, which is a game that have been in development for a lot of years, have a lot of support, millions of dollars of support for those games. Can really show how PC gamers and a lot of gamers really want a space sim. Unfortunately, of course, this is not as good, but it is a finished product and it contains a lot of stuff. I suggest you to watch ACG review of this game because it can explain much more than I can do in here about this game. I'm just a benchmarker, but it actually explains a lot about the game. And despite the game costs $30 on Epic Store, and well, this is unfortunate because it is not available on Steam. You can only get the game through Epic Store. The fact it is $30 for a launch price for a game that contains a ton of stuff like this one, I think it's a huge deal, especially if you are a fan of this type of games like space sims and stuff like this, simulation, economy, and a lot of stuff. I think you should really get this game because it is only $30. The downside is that probably you are not going to enjoy it that much because despite it is a space sim and contains pretty much all the stuff that space sims have, the combat in this game it is more towards the fun way. Alright, it is more arcade-ish and stylized, and it's not really an entirely simulation game, but it is fun and I'm pretty sure you are going to enjoy it. Even I don't really enjoy these type of games, like I said, it's not really my cup of tea. I actually enjoy it, and I was kind of surprised with the quantity of mini games that you can play. Right now on the video I'm going to play a little bit of 8-ball because I really found it interesting, but overall, at least if you are watching this video, you will now know two things. First one is that, free. First one, you can run this game at minimum settings 720p, but it runs absolutely fine. Alright, completely above 40 frames per second, and it will average around 50 to 60 frames per second with no issues whatsoever. And if you enjoy to play outside the chip with a third-person view, you are going to get even more frame rates. Probably you are going to get above 60 most of the time. Although inside, these bases or these small planets, the frame rate will be much worse, but it doesn't really matter because you are not going to play things that doesn't require too much of an input from you, and I think it will be okay to play at these frame rates, and none of the VSCD is near 30 frames per second. The second thing that you did learn is that the game only costs 30 bucks. It is exclusive to the Epic Store. Possibly in the future, if you're watching this video, or I mean 1 year after, probably it will be available on Steam. I don't know. I don't know the plans for them for that. And the third thing is that I have a F.E.A.R playthrough of the entire game with the maximum difficulty on my secondary channel, and the link in this it is on the description. I will also release playthroughs of the F.E.A.R extraction point, Perseus Mandate, F.E.A.R 2 and F.E.A.R 3, hopefully all of them at 4K 60 frames per second. Unfortunately, this playthrough of F.E.A.R, it is only 1080p, and I'm honest, the quality it is a little bit bad, but the other ones will be 4K. Alright guys, so that's all. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video, and well, it is just 8-ball playing, 8-ball gameplay I mean, and that's all. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of it, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Huh.